guys, so welcome back to my channel. Today actually we'll be talking about immutability in Solidity. So without wasting much of your time, let's get started. Now, immutability, it's similar to constants. Immutability more like are actually declared in as a state variable. So in essence, immutability variables are like constants, and values of immutability variables basically can actually be set inside constructors but cannot be modified just like constants, but they have different aspects where they are being used in. Now, based on immutability, mainly you can actually use it when you are working on address. You want to store an address of a particular user sending a transaction. So as well as the likes of the contract time or the creation time of a contract or a token specifically. So basically, immutability are actually used in declaring a state variable that actually will be set once, either at a declaration point and within a constructor as well. So why is immutability very important before we actually dive inside practicalizing what we are talking about? So immutability actually helps in order to reduce gas cost. Just like constants, basically on our last video we actually talked about it. Also reduce gas when you actually make use of constant keyword in your state variable declaration. It reduces gas fee basically. So that is the same way immutability also reduces gas fee when you want to make use of addresses or the likes of transaction payment of a particular person. So as well as every other usage can actually be found on immutability. So let's actually practicalize what we are talking about in and see how gas fees are actually different without and with immutability. So first of all, I actually named this as, of course, the version of the Solidity I'm actually using. So next thing I want to do basically is just to create a contract. I will actually say it's more like a class if you are working on object-oriented programming language like JavaScript previously. You should know that when I say contract, basically the body of a project or the contract, basically more like. So it's actually like you trying to define what you want the application to work. That's just the same thing. So contract immutability. So I actually named it construct immutability in Solidity. So let's declare two variables, and we would actually have two contracts. This first one would have immutable keyword, and the other one would actually not have. So this first one, let's just try a simple contract. First of all, let's say address So we just created a state variable, and the state variable, this is a state variable basically, and that uses an immutable value. So it's an immutable variable. So let's create the second variable or the state variable, which is to say uint 256. Let's name it probably token creation time. So basically, when working with immutability, you mostly would actually make sure you define a constructor. basically. So this constructor basically, it helps you to run once, and it plays a huge role when working with immutable variables or variables named immutable. So now let's say constructors, and name this, we give it parameter. Now we can actually put in params if you want, if you don't want to put in, but I would actually be putting a parameter, one which would actually reference to this token creation time. Now what I would say here is uint 256 underscore token, so that it will be different with the token creation name on the state variable, so it will be different with it. So now let's assign, first of all, let's actually assign for the address. So for the address, let's say owner equals to mxg dot sender, that's the sender of the token. And secondly, let's assign this way. Now mind you, this, let me give it a comment here. This which I did there, it's the owner. Let's say the owner is set only once in the constructor. So to run only once in the constructor, just as this token creation as well, it's also set once. Now let's create the other contract, which, let me copy this and paste it here. Then let's remove the immutable keyword on the variables, on the states initialization. Now let's compile and run our code. First of all, let's run the first one, which is the contract with, this is, we have two contracts here. Let me change let me change the name, so it will be two contracts. Basically the contract, now I will actually name this variable solidity. You understand, the both of them has the same attribute but just different keywords which is being used, like, which is the immutable keyword is removed. So let's see the one that has less gas fee cost, and why immutable is actually important in Solidity. So now let's deploy. Once it compiles very well, okay, it compiles very well, let's deploy the first contract, which is the one with immutable keyword. Now first of all, before you can actually deploy this contract with immutable keyword, now remember, we actually said token creation time. So first you will have to give the token creation time. This will actually pass the parameter. So what you will say, let's just say it was deployed at 23. You understand? Maybe at 11 UTC, 10 UTC. You understand? So just do it that way. Then click on deploy. Deployed as successfully. Now let's wait for our deployment to show up. Now it is on. So let's now try. Now let's click on the token creation time. So we'll see token creation time is 23, right? 10 UTC. Now let's check the gas fee or the costs for execution. Now it is 303 gas cost, 303. So that's for this, that's for the token creation with immutability, that's immutable keyword. Let's deploy the other. Let's remove this. Let's deploy this other one without immutable keyword. Let's still put 23 deployed. Now let's say token creation. Let's click on this and we have uint 223, right? Let's see the token creation, the price, I mean the cost for the transaction. Execution cost is 2,403. 2,400. Okay, so I do hope you understood this particular immutable video. If you do, see you on the next video. Thanks for watching.